Hello there. They're asked to play loads of times over the Christmas period. They've got no chance to enjoy the festivities. Aches and pains are everywhere. And now they have to go out in freezing conditions in shorts and a T-shirt. All that for 40 grand a week. Who'd be a footballer? Well, we would if we could still run. Here with us, with not a hint of bitterness, are Alan Hansen and Mark Lawrenson. All 20 Barclays Premiership teams were scheduled to play, but 3 games fell foul of the weather. The matches between Blackburn and Sunderland and Bolton against Middlesbrough were postponed, and after a late pitch inspection, Newcastle versus Charlton was also called off. But that didn't prevent the Newcastle players from partaking in some fun and games. He's a barrel of laughs, that Shearer. That still leaves us, though, with 7 games to show you, starting with the Merseyside derby. These fixtures are supposed to be great levellers, but when you consider the current form of Everton and Liverpool, the old adage faced quite a test. The commentator at Goodison was Jonathan Pearce.
It's Everton's worst spell of form entering a derby match for 75 years. They've lost 3 games in a row, conceding 10 goals in that time. It's Liverpool's best run in 15 years, winning 8 Premiership matches in a row without conceding a goal. To stop the rot, Everton recall Weir, Valente and Kilban in a 4-5-1 formation. Troldrup's injured, McFadden and Osman go to the bench. Liverpool have Sissoko back from suspension and recall Cisse and Warnock. Risa, Luis Garcia and Morientes arrested to the bench. And Graham Poll stuck to the letter of the law, and Arteta had to go. A 4th successive defeat for Everton and 13 goals conceded, a 9th successive win for Rafa Benitez and Liverpool. The Merseyside teams are heading in opposite directions. Liverpool march on. Everton 1, Liverpool 3.
The horrible spell keeps continuing. What do you say after that?
Well done to the players. I thought their effort was tremendous. You know, people have maybe doubted it a wee bit recently, but not tonight. They went, kept going. We're really disappointed 2 players get sent off, though. That shouldn't have happened. They should have both known better about that. But they never gave in. Wasn't enough tonight, but you know, on another day it might be.
We were playing with a lot of concentration, and we knew that they were nervous and maybe they could do a mistake, and we will try to use these mistakes and try to score goals in these mistakes.
I don't think it was the referee's best night. I think it's a definite goal. The ball isn't over the line, and the linesman is 2 yards behind the play and isn't up with play. So, you know, we had a decision went against us the other day there. The handball, the decision went against us tonight. But if I come on here and moan about referees or say it's a reason, people think it's an excuse, so I'm not doing that.
Big game for them, you know, both clubs, the supporters as well, being a local lads even. You know, a bit more bigger for me as well, so to get the 3 points, especially at Goodison, you know, makes it even better.
Well, that seemed to me, Alan, like a reflection of the position of the 2 sides' form at the moment.
I thought it was a funny sort of game. You know, Liverpool have gone there playing really well, and Everton have struggled in recent weeks. And after half an hour, I'm thinking Liverpool 2-0 up, and it could be anything. Liverpool are playing virtually with a front 3, Crouch, Cisse and Steven Gerrard, and making chances at will. Then Everton have the disappointment of the controversial disallowed goal. Then they pick themselves up, get back into it. And for 5-10 minutes, you're thinking Everton are right back in this game. But again, defensive frailties let them down badly.
You mentioned the disallowed goal there. What was your angle on that? Do you think it was over the line, or...?
I think it was a difficult decision to give. If you watch it closely here, to me that's touch and go. And if I'm on the receiving end of that decision, I'd be very, very disappointed. I don't think the linesman could give it over the line. But then, of course, this is 2 minutes into the second half. Phil Neville takes the free kick here. Yobo's up the pitch, so he's in a defensive position. Bad touch, bad pass there, but we freeze it here. He's 5 yards inside the Liverpool half. Hand in there, trying to play offside. My goodness, what's going on? And then when Weir comes across, this has never been a challenge. I mean, Cisse goes past them and it's just too easy. And then, you know, Everton 2 behind and they're struggling, and Liverpool cruised home.
Yeah, Everton are struggling, but Liverpool, I mean, they've looked very solid defensively for quite a while now, but the big improvement, it seems to me, is in their attacking play, offensively.
Well, I said before about the front 3. I mean, this is against Manchester United earlier on this season. When it's played up here to Crouch, There's nobody within 30 yards of him. It doesn't matter what he does here. You know, Liverpool aren't going to win this. But today, if you look at this, this is Steven Gerrard in the middle of the pitch. When it's played forward, he's on his way forward. And then Cece's there. Gerrard picks up, Crouch flicks it. Should have done better. Golden opportunity, should have been a better pass. Crouch in there. Good header, good movement from Cece. Great chance again, probably should have scored. And then even the Crouch goal. Look at the Reds forward there again. It's Cece, Gerrard, Crouch. A little bit of composure and a great finish. And I just think that one thing leads to another. I mean, you talked about red buses 3 or 4 weeks ago and I was laughing at you, but he's playing with so much confidence now that, you know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, he isn't finishing that chance. And suddenly they've got the balance right. They've got the balance between attack and defence, and they are formidable.
Is that Steven Gerrard's best position, do you think, playing further forward? Or?
I think without a shadow of a doubt, his best position, halfway line, driving forward. He's absolutely brilliant. And the form he's in.
Where Frank Lampard plays for him.
Well, that's the problem he's got. I think that the big problem that Steven's got is that he's more versatile than Frank. You can play him wide left, you can play him right back, but that is his best position. Is he a better player than Frank Lampard?
I was going to ask you
that.
I
knew you were going to ask me that. I think he's technically better than Frank Lampard.
Does that mean you think he's a better player?
I think that means he's a better player.
Okay. So Frank Lampard was second in the World Player of the Year this year.
Frank Lampard's a brilliant player.
I thought you'd get that in.
But Steven Gerrard's better brilliant.
Yeah, I think we're lucky to have them both. Now, I've got another stat for you. Did you know that Birmingham City haven't beaten Manchester United for 27 years? And they've played each other more than you think, 16 times. And with the Blues' home record this season, you could say the omens weren't good. At St Andrews for us, John Murray.
Just what you want when you're short on points and confidence. A visit from the Premiership's leading scorer and his sidekick too, of course. Manchester United won here in the Carling Cup 8 days ago without either of them in the starting lineup. Birmingham are without the suspended Muzzy Izzet after his unlucky dismissal at Tottenham. So Nicky Butt, once of Old Trafford, of course, comes back into the side. And United have Cristiano Ronaldo in their midfield again after his suspension on Monday. Smith and Richardson also come in. And there's a welcome return to the first team scene for the ever-popular Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's among the substitutes after 19 months away, in which time he's had 2 knee operations. Richardson, almost dispossessed by Johnson. Scholes' ball, it's a good ball too to Richardson. This is really promising. Oh, it's gone in! And Van Nistelrooy is claiming it, but that might have come off Upson. And Steve Bruce, what, 4 minutes played? He must be thinking, how could it possibly get any worse? Richardson drove it across, and well, that may well be Van Nistelrooy's touch. Well, Van Nistelrooy seems to be claiming it. It seems to have perhaps taken a touch off Van Nistelrooy from Upson. Heskey, but O'Shea just got there ahead of him. Pennant's corner. Well, flick from Heskey, and it's blocked by Scholes. Heskey's flick, and well, Scholes has got some part of his body on that. Well, what a relief it must be for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. His last first-team appearance for United was in the 2004 FA Cup final against Millwall. And then Clemens is adjudged to be fouled by Smith. So free kick. Pennant to the left of the ball, Clemens to the right. But Jarosik is the man who's most likely to hit this. Oh, he's hit that well! And Van der Sar held it well. Really clean strike, but Van der Sar, goalkeeper of his quality, was always going to deal with that. Now Ronaldo, who's struggled to get into the game so far. And Manchester United are furious that that free kick hasn't gone their way for Nicky Butt's challenge on Ronaldo, and it's led to a Birmingham counter-attack here. Heskey, oh, and the odds got in! Jamie Clapham has equalised, while Manchester United are going to be furious about that. But it's so important for Birmingham. The United players are surrounding referee Webb, and the referee backpedaling away. They claim that Ronaldo was fouled by Nicky Butt. Oh, well, Butt clearly seems to have caught Ronaldo, and it would seem from that Manchester United have a good case. But Birmingham weren't going to let that worry them. Heskey found Clapham, and Van der Sar should have kept that out. Rooney's flick, Van Nistelrooy could be in. Oh, Taylor's lost it! Well, that's a good recovery, because he gave Van Nistelrooy a sight of the ball here. Oh dear, that must have given him a flutter or two. Steve Bruce, of course, knows his opposite number well, very well. He's been United's manager now for 19 years plus. Here's Rooney, lovely turn. Oh, that was not far away. Van Nistelrooy. Superb turn by Rooney. And he is threatening just to produce something. Again, Heskey the target, this time away by O'Shea. And the free kick goes Manchester United's way for Heskey's challenge on O'Shea. Scholes, beautifully stroked forward by Scholes. Smith, Rooney's in, and he scored! And that is an outstanding goal on the counter-attack by Manchester United. For the second time in the match they lead. This time it's Wayne Rooney. And the rule of Rooney to date for Manchester United is when he scores, they win. Smith's ball left by Van Nistelrooy, and it was perfectly into the path of Rooney. What an economical piece of work this was by Rooney. One touch, two touch, into the net. Just placed it beautifully. Rooney's 11th goal of the season and his 10th in the Premiership. And again, it's up to see how Birmingham can respond. Van der Sar had to make that his, and he might just have been caught by Heskey's boot. Well, O'Shea is unhappy about the way that Heskey challenged for the ball. Manchester United players around the referee, who's checking to see if Van der Sar's all right. And he says, that's where he caught me. Well, he has caught Van der Sar, but I think everyone in football will tell you that Emile Heskey is certainly not a dirty player. And away by Smith. Rooney for Van Nistelrooy. He knows that was a chance. Sir Alex, who has a birthday on Saturday, when he'll be 64. I think I feel a musical montage coming on. But has picked out Cunningham. Needs a good cross. Yaroshik. Van Nistelrooy. Rooney through the legs of Martin Taylor and Rooney. Oh my! Now that would have been some goal. Through the legs of Martin Taylor, then the chip. That was really close. That would have been a goal to remember. So here comes Walter Pandiani, who may not be of Birmingham for too much longer, who famously said Birmingham's the last place he wanted to be before actually signing on a permanent basis last summer. But now the talk is of a £1 million move to Espanyol. Kilkenny then. Let's see what his delivery's like. Not bad. All appeals for handball. Johnson, and it's in! And it is Pandiani who scored! He might not be a Birmingham player for too much longer, but he's just scored a big goal for City. He's made it 2-2. This would be a huge point for Birmingham City. Walter Pandiani, only his second goal of the season. There were appeals there against handball, and they were certainly worthy appeals. Johnson picked out Pandiani, who found the net. And he might not be at Birmingham this time next week, but he'll be fondly remembered if that goal results in a point for Birmingham. And here now is the return of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The most super of super subs, back as a Manchester United first-team player after 19 months away. Fletcher is caught by Butt. Heskey. Pandiani again. Oh! Well, it lacked power from Pandiani, but it was on target. The final whistle. A huge point for Steve Bruce, but another setback in the Premiership for Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson against the team second bottom of the table. Walter Pandiani, who might be on his way next month with the equaliser to make it 2-2. And that sequence of Manchester United winning every time Rooney scores is over. It's finished. Birmingham City 2, Manchester United 2.
Well, it was a wonderful game of football. And of course you want your team to turn up. You're playing against the good team there is in Europe, in my opinion. And you want your team to turn up, and by God they did. They had a right good go at United and got a result which I think they deserved.
Jimmy, that was a night to remember for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was nice. I found myself up in the box, which doesn't happen very often. But I'm just delighted with the result. It's been a hard few months. We're all trying to get in the right direction and get us forward and out of the bottom three. Hopefully tonight's result is going to help us get out there.
And the man who scored the equaliser for 2-2, Walter Pandiani, we read that he might not be a Birmingham City player for much longer. What can you tell us about that?
I read that and hear that and see that and all. We've had an offer from a couple of Spanish clubs, but I would be crazy to be letting them go before I bring anybody through the door. We've only gone him and Emile Heskey fit at the moment. I mean, Mikel has been struggling for the last 4 or 5 months, so I don't think I'll be letting anybody go just yet.
He probably wants to bring players in, but a good performance from Birmingham, and seem to be showing a bit more resilience.
I thought they were a little bit unlucky on Boxing Day at White Hart Lane, the Muzzies it's sending off and then the defeat, and they probably deserve something from that game. A couple of weeks ago, the manager, and this was his quote, said, "We've got to beat and got to play ugly like myself." He said, well, I think they got that tonight. And don't forget, you know, a couple of weeks ago in the Carling Cup, Manchester United went and beat them with a second-string team and beat them 3-1. And Nicky Butt tonight against his old teammates, Gary. And, you know, Gary Neville here, it's like, oof, have a little bit of that. I mean, it's caught him and it's late. And to be fair to Gary Neville,
What friends are for.
Well, he got up and got on with it, but they were also lucky with the goal as well, because Nicky Butt caught Ronaldo for Jamie Clapham's first goal for Birmingham. But they were better. There's a little bit more fight about them.
Can you see them getting out of it?
Yeah, I can see them getting out of it, certainly. They have to bring players in, like Stevie Bruce just said, but I think they've got the quality to be able to do so.
No,
talk about quality.
Yes, let's talk about Wayne Rooney, because, I mean, we do it every week, but we like to watch him. You want to see the best players perform and great skills.
It's all about entertainment, isn't it? That's a great thing about him, and he can do everything in his time. That layover from Van Nistelrooy, and he just, first touch is great, as you expect, and he just passes it into the net. He never panics, and here, what a goal this would have been. Absolutely sensational. And then we've seen the other side of Rooney lately when he gets sent off and everything, but he was good here because he was trying to make his point to the referee, Howard Webb.
Without abuse.
In the right way.
Yeah.
But in the right way. But, you know, every time you watch Rooney, good or bad, there's 5 or 6 moments in the game where you're off your seat.
You want the World Cup to start tomorrow.
By the way,
all your England boys are playing well.
Yeah.
Who's the better player, Rooney or Gerrard?
Lampard.
Or Lampard.
3 great players.
Technically.
And on that position. Brilliant players.
That doesn't answer my question.
Rooney.
I thought you might say that. Since Jose Mourinho became Chelsea manager some 18 months ago, his side have only lost 2 Barclays Premiership matches, both of them in Manchester. And guess where the champions were tonight? Yep, they were back in Manchester to face City. Commentary from Guy Mowbray.
So could it happen again? Well, to have a chance, Manchester City would have to defend a whole lot better than they did in Boxing Day's 4-3 defeat at Wigan. 2 changes made from then, with Richard Dunn and Andy Cole back in the starting lineup. David Somme and Claudio Reyna drop out. Reyna with an ankle injury that requires surgery. Chelsea changes were inevitable, 5 planned, 6 have had to be made, with Frank Lampard dropping out after the team sheets have been handed in, after complaining of feeling unwell. And that brings to an end his remarkable run of 164 consecutive Premiership appearances. Idager Johnson, the player who comes in to fill his midfield role. Lashed clear by Makelele. Towering leap from Ben Thatcher. Joey Barton is then beaten to it by Joe Cole, but it falls for Richard Dunn kindly. And Richard Dunn's urged to have a dip by the City crowd. Just ran it too close to Damien Duff, who didn't know where the ball was. And Joey Barton did have a dip. And as well he might, the form he's in at the moment. Barton, who scored at Wigan on Boxing Day, could have had a hat-trick. As it is, he has scored 3 goals in his last 4 games. Distin. Jihai-Sun slips. Managed to get his balance back to find Joey Barton. It was a good ball, that. That's even better for Darius Vassell. The runners are arriving in the middle. Vassell's cross. Up goes Sibierski. It was just flicked clear by Terry. Sinclair to Barton. Super stop by Petr Cech. First big chance of the night goes to City. First big save comes from Petr Cech. And away go Chelsea with Joe Cole. And he's not helped Drogba out at all there. Joey Barton in such a rich vein of goal-scoring form from midfield. Nearly had a 4th in his last 5 games. John Terry with an important flick clear from Sibierski. Sinclair with the pullback, and Cech spreading himself to block. Essien. Bart bumps into Joe Cole. Didn't halt his progress for long though. And there are shouts of handball. A corner is all that Chelsea have got. How convincing was Joe Cole's appeal? Let's see if he had a case first. On that occasion, unlike John Terry the other day, I think that one was ball to hand. Distin seemed to be trying to get his wrist out of the way. Duff's corner. Done clear. Superb volley. That takes some executing. If anybody can, Joe Cole can. Kept his eyes on the ball. It would have had to have been something extra special to beat David James. Who's that shot? He's smiling. Terry. Distin. Seemed awkward for him. He was helped out by Jihai-Sun. Now it's Richard Dunn. Sibierski. couldn't quite keep it in. Antoine Sibierski disagrees, as do the thousands of Manchester City fans on that side of the ground. Terry forward. And now it's Drogba. James clatters into Didier Drogba. No penalty. Distin was very nearly punished. Drogba had started to lose his balance. Distin all over the back of him. There is a collision. James didn't get any of the ball. It's touched past him by Drogba. Well, Chelsea may have been wrong there. Jose Mourinho will have plenty to say about that afterwards. A few moans and groans as City play back into their own half. Richard Dunn reverses that, bounces off Cole. Barton with the blast. All was way off target, but well worth a go. Wasn't a lot else on. Attendance read out as a more than healthy 46,587. We're witnessing a keenly fought contest that's been just let down by a lack of goal-scoring chances. Dunn, he's presented one here, and Drogba has hooked it high and wide. Good ball for Drogba, made even better for him by Dunn's misjudgment. David James did enough to put off the Chelsea striker, this time without making contact with him. Barton. Cole's touch to Sibierski. Again, Andy Cole. He's got Sinclair to the right, but didn't get enough on the pass towards him. Duff. Delorno. Joe Cole. He's past Richard Dunn. Ji-Hai Sun comes back at him. And James has to claw the ball back into his grasp with Drogba ready to pounce. Wasn't a particularly tidy end for Joe Cole. Left Richard Dunn behind. Richard Dunn just had a little nibble at his Irish international colleague. Chelsea free kick, which Duff will take once John Terry has arrived to lend his presence to the attack. Delorno is up there too. It's Terry who attacks it. Hurt himself in the process. One stalwart missing tonight, Frank Lampard. They don't want to lose the captain. Wonder what he's got up his sleeve today. And Fulham came back from 2-0 to 2-2 a couple of days ago. He changed things round, 3-2 up. Promptly back to the formation he started with. Always thinking. Joe Cole looking for Drogba. And David James must have known exactly where his posts were. A very relaxed Man City goalkeeper letting it go by. Chelsea readying 2 substitutions. It's the sort of change that really sums up the strength of the Chelsea squad when you see Hernan Crespo and Arjen Robben ready to come on. And Drogba makes his way towards the touchline. Damien Duff has joined him in leaving the action. Sinclair. Delorno slid in, didn't make contact with anything. But it's a good move from City. Nedum has stayed forward, blocked by the knees of Gallas. Ji-Hai Sun now. Trevor Sinclair. Onua, extra striker in this move. And he's got round the back to cross. Barton slides in and catches John Terry. Uriah Rennie accepts it was a genuine attempt to get a piece of the ball. Stuart Pearce trying to get his message across. Distin with time to play it forward to Darius Vassell. up against Essien and Jeremy. Teamed up to good effect for Chelsea. Joe Cole, Robin. He's through past Richard Dunn. Back comes Ji-Hai Sun, and it's a good stop from James. Not been called upon too often throughout the evening. It was Joe Cole who started Chelsea moving forward. Robin too easily past Dunn. Was this going in? Might just have curled inside the post. Makaleli bides his time. Good Johnson. Nicely helped on for Ian Robin. He's got it back courtesy of Ji-Hai Sun. Here's Good Johnson. James has kept it out, but Joe Cole is there to pounce. Chelsea finally score against Manchester City. And everybody wants a piece of the celebration. Ji-Hai Sun was trying to blast it out of play. Unlucky in many ways. The deflection nearly beat James, and Joe Cole was waiting, ready to pounce. It's rotten luck on Stuart Pearce's side. And Chelsea finally have broken through the barricades. An air of resignation about Stuart Pearce now. Crespo backing into Sylvain Distin. There'll barely be time for Boot to make contact with ball here. Those that are left inside the ground are urging David James to get forward. Richard Dunn has at least. Terry imperiously heads away. Halfway through the Premiership season, Chelsea relentlessly march on to 52 points already. And finally, at the third time of asking, Jose Mourinho's men have scored against Manchester City and have beaten Manchester City. Joe Cole, the match winner.
It was a real tough game for us. They really defended well, all credit to them, but I think eventually, you know, if you sit off us, we'll score eventually, and we did that, and we bided our time, and we got the goal.
Very unlucky goal to concede as well, a couple of ricochets in there.
Yeah, it was a little bit bobbly, but maybe tonight with the lack of chances it was going to take something like that, you know. Certainly from the way we defended at Wigan a couple of days ago, that was a marked improvement, and I was proud of the players in that respect. And as I say, all of our players done everything I asked of them, you know.
The mentality was amazing, and to play this big match 48 hours after another Premiership match is very difficult, and the answer of the players was amazing. And we all want to dedicate the victory to Lampard, because he finished his record in a very bad way, but the team fought for him, and he's in the dressing room. I think he's the happiest guy in the dressing room with our victory.
Of course, he's waiting for a day off for 2 years. Another typical Chelsea win, ground it out.
Well, that's the secret of winning the championship, isn't it? And even if you're going to win it the second year as well, even more so. And the thing with Chelsea, he made 5 changes tonight, Mourinho, freshened it up from Boxing Day, 2 days away, and then he had to make a 6 with Lampard, and still, you know, nobody else in the league can do so, Gary, but he's got a fella called Joe Cole at the moment.
You won't leave him out.
Oh, he's turning him into a player along with his own help, and he seemed, you know,
Just a reminder that despite it being New Year's Eve, there will be a full fixture list and therefore a match of the day. If you've got nothing better to do, join us on BBC One at 10:30 on Saturday. There's also another match of the day on Monday. Then, of course, the FA Cup reaches its 3rd round stage.
Manchester United.
Liverpool. Southampton.
Everton. Coventry.
Back to the action, and next it's West Brom, 4th from bottom, against Spurs, 4th from top. For Tottenham, Jermaine Defoe was in the starting lineup for the first time since November the 7th. John Roeder was at the Hawthorns.
Away by Watson. Couldn't clear. This is Lee. Good run from the little left back for Tottenham. Davids. Kanu with the challenge. Camera. Ellington wants it played to his feet. Lovely flowing move from West Brom. Carter, he's got him behind the defence, and it was so close to being an own goal. Dawson with the clearance, just getting to the ball ahead of his goalkeeper, Paul Robinson. And then it was knocked behind for the corner, but it could so easily have been the opening goal of the game. And it was a move at real pace from the home team. Carter just able to stab the ball through. The confirmed temperature at pitchside is -5 degrees centigrade, so it is a chilly evening. Mido will be looking forward to the African Nations Cup in his home country of Egypt, which starts next month. It'll be a little warmer there. Gardner up against Kanu. Nightfall here to Ellington. Can he turn inside the area? Gets the shot. Robinson spilt the save, and Tottenham were fortunate that nobody in a West Brom shirt was following that one up. Ellington creating just a little bit of room for himself in the area. Ellington. Camera. Takes it away from Genus. Kanu's making a run ahead of him. Comes off a Tottenham man last of all. Kanu! He must score! He has! A moment to treasure for that young lad as he celebrates with Kanu. West Bromwich Albion take the lead. Kanu's 4th of the season. Good move forward from Camera. It fell very kindly indeed to Kanu. The question was, could he keep his composure and put the ball past Paul Robinson? The answer, a very emphatic yes. Raziak. West Brom wanted a free kick, haven't got one. Cleared as far only as Davids. Ambitious effort, might fall here to Defoe, goes down in the area, no penalty. Mike Riley didn't even consider the option. Forward by Kanu, looking for Ellington. Tottenham pressing at one end, then quickly having to defend at the other. Mike Riley's had to make a number of snap judgments tonight. And he said, no decision Tottenham's way. Martin Jol might be considering making changes up front for the second half. After all, on the bench, he does have Mido and Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane has just begun to warm up along the sidelines for Tottenham. Who have some defending to do here. Kanu, can he get a second for him? Yes, he can! It's a similar celebration from Kanu. Two goals for Kanu, 2 goals for the Baggies. It takes him up to 5 now for the season. And is that all 3 points for West Bromwich Albion? Tottenham needlessly giving away possession. Gardner the guilty man. And Kanu took full advantage. Greening up against Danteri. Oh, lovely play from Kanu. Greening gets a deflection and just over the bar. Applause from Greening for Kanu. And quite rightly so. Look at this for a piece of skill. Very close to an own goal as well, off Dawson. Robson's side face a trip to Liverpool on Saturday before a big local derby at home to Aston Villa on Monday. Carrick. Chested down by Mido for Defoe. Snapshot.